All right, here we go. I'm here with the man himself, Kassinova. Cool.
What's happening with it, man?
Bro, great to have you in the game, bro. Great to have you here. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, man.
Man.
Glad to be here.
Of course, bro. You have a lot of enlightenment, a lot of things we need to talk about, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of things that you have brought to my attention, I have brought to your attention. Yeah. That has never been discussed on camera.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. Like, you can have an enlightened conversation with a person, and it could just change your whole life and your whole perspective.
Yeah.
And I think me and you have had some innovative, creative conversation that the world needs to hear, man.
Yeah, it's been time, man. It's been about time we sat down and really, you know what I'm saying, discuss some shit, man.
Of course. Bro, for starters, man, tell me, how important is self-knowledge and teaching yourself is? How important is confidence to you? Because confidence, people think they could just wake up with confidence. But confidence, to me, it's a skill.
Yeah.
It really is a skill that you have to teach yourself in order to have.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
What do you got? What's your perspective on confidence and just basically manifesting yourself into greatness, self-teaching yourself? What's your whole analogy on this whole thing right here?
Man, for real, I believe confidence, for real, is like you basically got to tell yourself, you know what I'm saying, basically every day to push, to, you know what I'm saying, to get out of certain things, to, you know, you got to tell yourself to do certain things to, you know what I'm saying, get over that kind of fear, you know what I'm saying. Like, for the most, with confidence, for the most, it's like a lot of people, for the most, it's like the worst a person can say is no. Or the worst the situation can go is no. Or, you know what I'm saying? Right. Or nah, not this time. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we always got an opportunity to try again. But a lot of people, like, don't get themselves the chance to at least try again. Or, you know what I'm saying? They already just denied in their mind, like,
right.
It's just not going to go that way. Ah, man, never mind. You got to build, like I say, build the confidence, because it's like, take steps. Okay. All right, they said no, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, you know what I'm saying? Next situation, next opportunity. Now they might be coming to you asking you for a situation or opportunity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think people just sabotage themselves when they bring themselves down like that. You know what I'm saying? So people have a self-sabotaging method within themselves where they automatically count themselves out.
Yeah.
They automatically just say, I can't do this. They don't even feel like trying.
Yeah.
It's either you can't or do you want to do it yourself, you know?
Yeah, for the most.
Yeah. I believe, like, you really have to have that drive inside you to want to do it. And if you have any type of fear or anxiety, look at that Nike commercial. Just do it.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, I've read this book called 5-Second Rule, and it says you have to act on pure instinct in 5 seconds. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All the anxiety goes away.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah, or you gonna overthink it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you say, passing 5 seconds. Now it's doubt. Now it's doubt.
Sure.
Man, then they go. Dang, she ain't turning to look this way. She ain't walking this way. Any excuse to bag out.
Any excuse.
And that's what people feel.
And you're basically feeding off your own insecurities.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you feel better feeding off your own insecurities subconsciously because you're like, oh, well, I could have did it, but then something happened, something came my way, and you try to make yourself feel better, but in reality, you're still holding yourself back. So it's the lies that we tell to ourselves that are holding ourselves back.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all have shadow selves. Before you gain all the confidence, where did this confidence come from, and how did you build it? Let's just start from the beginning, because did you just start out cool, or what were some of the trials and tribulations of your life that kind of manifested to the person you are today?
I ain't gonna lie, like you say, like my childhood was kind of like how you was saying, like, for the most, I wasn't accepted at first. I would say like through elementary, but it was because I was like a lot of different. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do things different than most kids or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would say different things or whatever. So for the most, I just felt like, I don't know, at the time I might have been overthinking it. But you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had that much money and stuff like that at the time. You know what I'm saying? Of course, elementary, you know what I'm saying? We're going through little times and stuff like that. So
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? So I always had that over my head at the time, to where it was like, you know, maybe they don't like me, maybe, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even gonna go say nothing unless somebody say something to me.
Yeah.
Stuff
Sure.
like that, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? And like middle school, it got more so to where I broke out of that shell, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Getting to like talking to people, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
different stuff like that.
Social engagement.
Yeah, most definitely. Because like you're saying, like, sometimes you want to be accepted too much. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I had to learn in middle school. Like, sometimes you got to create your own path.
There you go.
It ain't about being accepted. You know what I'm saying? If you're the exception, then they got to come and meet you on your level. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So middle school, you just had terms within yourself.
Yeah.
They had to accept me.
Yeah. And I, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I was trying different things.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? Like being creative, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, middle school,
Yeah.
like you say, like 50 Cent, like at the time,
Yeah.
that was like my favorite rapper. So
Mine too.
I put the little, you remember the G Unit CD? It
Yeah,
had like the little,
sure, yeah.
I put it on a shoestring and came to school, you know what I'm saying? With a little shoestring, spinning it like, you know what I'm saying, like Young Buck did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like shit like that. Like just being different to where it was like, yeah, you little dude who had the little, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it created like them, you know what I'm saying, different little space for me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Having your own unique style, then
Exactly.
the step outside the box.
Yeah.
In middle school. And honestly, that's what really, even in today's society, 2023, years into the future, it's all about being creative and being weird. It's actually really good to be weird.
Yeah.
You know, we have these grown-up principles that we have in our life. Society is telling us to do this, to act a certain way,
Exactly.
to get married at 35, to have
Yeah.
kids, to go to college,
Yeah.
to go to school. It's all this status quo bullshit that we're getting feed into.
Yeah.
But we're not, and it's suppressing the things that we want to do,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So they're saying right now it's cool to be weird.
Yeah. Because like for the most, like you say, if you not necessarily like quote unquote weird, then you kind of like robotic. In
Pretty
a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you just doing what everybody do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody wear Yeezys, I'm gonna give me a pair of Yeezys. Everybody do this, I'm gonna get it this.
Sure.
Everybody do, you know what I'm saying? You're not
Sure.
truly being creative. You're not being unique. You know what I'm saying? You're just going after what people do, and then at the same time, you still not breaking your confidence. Because then, for the most people, they got all that drip on,
Right.
but they in their phone.
They in their phone with their heads down.
They're not even out trying to meet new people, stuff like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Stuck in a virtual world. A virtual world of Facebook, social media,
Yep.
instant gratitude.
Yeah.
And they're stuck in that world where they're almost fascinated by other people's lives.
Yeah.
And they want to compare it to their lives.
Exactly.
It's a big comparison.
No, I was watching this thing on TikTok
Sure.
where they said back in the days before the whole camera era or whatever,
Yeah.
phones in your pocket.
Right?
era,
The
you know
flip
what I'm saying?
phones
Yeah,
and
stuff
shit.
like
yeah,
that.
I remember that.
They were saying like before those times you actually lived the moment.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when a moment's about to happen, people pull out their phones
Sure.
and get the moment on the phones, and they see the moment through. You're not really getting the real reaction through the phone. Like they say, a picture is if a picture is 1,000 words, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if you watching the moment go through your phone,
Right.
you're not really getting the full moment. You see what I'm saying?
Very true.
You know, you're getting it from a small angle versus where you actually could, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting the full moment. And that's like a lot of people's thing is like they'll rather, instead of enjoying their time on the cruise, they rather say, I was on the cruise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then be in a room like, oh man, it's boring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's more so
Right.
get the moment.
It's like what they want you to see.
Exactly.
What they want you to see. You're building this kind of like fake image.
Exactly.
Fake facade.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on a cruise, but I'm taking a picture. You know, what else do you see? Am I happy?
Exactly.
Am I doing, you know,
Yeah.
like what's going on around me? Am I really enjoying that cruise
Yeah.
for what it is? Or am I just putting up this picture, me saying I'm on a cruise, and that's it, and not enjoying it?
Exactly.
You know, are
Yeah.
doing it for the likes.
Man, that's the
Pretty
day's
much.
time.
Right?
That's- like you say, they might not even like the food, but they gonna get that food.
They're going to get that food.
They gonna,
Yeah, they're going to take that
get
picture
that
out.
food.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like they say, that's why I got from the TikTok, like people are forgetting to live. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's like they forget to live, and then when they in they later years, it's like, damn, I should have did this when I was this age.
Sure. They have regret.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in reality, people who get like that, they're already dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the sad truth about it.
Subconsciously, yeah, exactly.
So consciously, they're already dead because
Mm-hmm.
when you're at that mind state already, I wish.
Yeah.
Do it right now. It's never too late. If I'm breathing, if I'm walking, you know what I'm saying? It's never too late to accomplish your dream. But people steady hold on to that excuse. I can't.
Exactly.
I can't.
Work.
I'm too old. Work.
Yes, yeah.
Work.
That's
Oh,
everybody's favorite excuse now.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're gonna let this 8-hour job that you spend most of your life in, you know,
Yeah.
years in,
Yeah.
control what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Really, like
Man.
you're investing into a company.
Man.
A company. That's it. Not yours. You're investing in somebody else. You're getting a check. What are you doing with that check? Only God knows what. Paying bills.
Man.
Every now and then going out and have. What about your own dream? What about what makes you happy?
Yeah.
Time is everything, and time is something we cannot get back. Can you explain how important time is to you, time management, and how do you manage your time in a productive way?
I don't manage my time. Basically, I try to get as much as I can done throughout like hours. Because, you know, for the most, that's what we got running consecutively for the most. I mean, of course, minutes, days, all that.
Sure.
But like for the most, I think of like hours because it's like
Yes.
in the beginning of the hour to the end of the hour. All right, basically like in work, in a sense, like if you try to knock out as much as you can, as far as like whatever it is that you might be doing,
Facts.
then damn, my bad, kind of.
No, you good. Sure.
But now, basically, like I said, hours basically, because it's like you can knock something out in the hour, you saving time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you could, even like a song, like a lot of people do songs, it might take them days to do a song,
Right.
but a song's only 3 minutes. So you see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like certain time, like if you do a song within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you time to come back, think on it, come back. You know what I'm saying? Then you could sleep on it possibly, and then the next day.
Exactly.
And then, okay, I could change traveling area, whatever, make adjustments, stuff like that.
Exactly. And exactly what you're saying, that is called productive procrastination.
Yeah.
Definition of it completely. You just explained the definition of productive procrastination. It's doing the work, but then giving your mind creative thoughts to think of it and come back to it and make it better.
Yeah.
So there's a thing called productive procrastination, and then there's a thing called destructive procrastination.
Okay. Yeah.
Destructive is where you do the work, but you don't get it done at all. You don't go back to it.
Yeah.
And the destructive procrastination has high level consequences involved with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get that done for a client or for anything, you're going to suffer a consequence.
Yeah.
And even without the client or without the subjects involved, you still suffer a consequence because you started the project and never finished, and it's sitting there.
Yeah. And like you say, like, for the most, man. Also, too, like I say, it depends on the job. Cause like when I say that, when I say it depends on the job. Cause you don't want to rush things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, like you said, that procrastination kills. That procrastination creates all types of excuses.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's what kills a lot of people's like urges. You know what I'm saying? You keep holding things off. You keep, you know what I'm saying? Just think about some you know what I'm saying, self-inflicting stuff or whatever.
Right.
On some old stuff.
You keep holding things off, never gets done,
Yeah.
and then you look up, it be days or years later.
Yeah.
Shit just flies by, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
And it's like, damn, time is it's a very important factor that we just can't get back.
Yeah.
We cannot get back at all. So it's just very important, you know, how we spend our time and how we value our time with the people that we love and we care about, and then how we value our time within our own self-healing.
Yeah.
Man, how important is mental health to you in relationships? Friends, family, girlfriend. Can you explain? Because having confidence, you got to have that in order to maintain the stability in everything, in these relationships, everything.
Yeah.
Because you can't crack, you can't fold, you have to maintain your composure, everything.
Yeah.
You got to remain cool. Kassinova cool.
Yeah, most definitely. In mental health, I believe that's like first, because you can't get into no situation if you're not together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
As far as mentally, like, if I don't know what's right or wrong, how could I tell? You know what I'm saying? As far as like, if you put me in a position to where I gotta defend myself or defend you, or possibly somewhat like that, I gotta be able to tell you, all right, man, we might not need to get into this situation, or you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We might need to handle it this way. You know what I'm saying? As far as stuff like that. As far as even like happiness and you know what I'm saying, as far as things like that, like if you in a relationship, happiness to me in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I know marriage is kind of a different thing, you know what I'm saying, with people, stuff like that.
Exactly.
But in a relationship, it seems like that's like the tenderness of the relationship. The more happy that you keep the person, then it's like the relationship is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't go into a situation if it's like I was emotionally unstable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're not going to get the best out of the situation. You're going to get either emotional reflection, you know what I'm saying? Because like you say, it's mirror image. So then they going to put their emotion on you later. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when you go into a relationship, you get what you get out.
Yeah.
If you go in cheating, that's how it's going to end.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you say, like, you got to be mentally stable to be putting yourself in these predicaments.
You do. I believe I had to learn myself that it's just a lot of self-awareness that we have to have within ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we ourselves can be our own worst enemy. We can tell ourselves, hey, I don't have a problem. It's the other person.
Exactly, yeah.
But in reality, we have to look inward within ourselves instead of looking outward, blaming the other person like, oh, she was crazy, he was crazy, and it didn't work out. And speaking bad on that person, nothing good. Look inward and see what you did. Look in the eyes of the other person.
Yeah.
And kind of realize, wait a minute, they might be right.
Yeah, see what you did. Say, take accountability.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like you're saying, a lot of people for the most don't take no accountability. It's just point the finger. It's just, I did everything right, or you know what I'm saying? Putting another person down. And then they get into the next relationship and it's the same exact outcome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Repeat the same patterns until you learn how to find yourself.
Exactly.
It's a mental battle. It's not a mental battle within the other person and you. Yeah. It's a mental battle within yourself and understanding yourself so you don't have to repeat the same patterns.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you say, life is patterns. Life is habits.
Yeah.
Every day we got certain patterns that we might eat at a certain time every day.
Yeah.
We might do this at a certain time, work out at a certain time every day, or you know what I'm saying? Or we might watch something at a certain time every night or something. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like you say, it's patterns. Like, as people, that's what we do. Like, you can have good habits or bad habits. You know what I'm saying? Or necessarily like, basically like, for example, like you say, reading.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not reading, for the most, you're doing something that's more than likely unproductive if you're on your break.
Sure.
For the most.
Sure.
Not to say, you know what I'm saying, but just for the most, like, you eating for the most.
Yep.
You talking to somebody.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Or you watching something on your phone.
Watching, scrolling.
You know what I'm saying? For the most. So it's like you're saying, like, occupying your time, like, you know what I'm saying?
Could be learning something.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. You can be learning something each, like you said, you separate by hours.
Yeah.
So if I separate things by hours, which is a great analogy on your part, I could be learning a different skill at 12. At 1 p.m., I could be learning a different skill. You know, I could be writing things down. I could, at 3 o'clock, I could be writing my to-do list, things that need to get done.
Yeah.
5 o'clock, I could be writing my future goals for the future.
Man.
Want to be a millionaire, whatever.
Man.
6 o'clock, I would be wondering, setting up plans. How can I get to this level?
Exactly.
You know, so if you base like
8 o'clock laundry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock, get some time to play the game or something. You know what I'm saying? Just like, because you still got to give yourself some time to kind of wind down, stuff like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, like you saying, like hours, like if you separate your spaces, like you said, through the hours, it gives yourself more time to be like, let me do something for this hour. Okay, this hour, okay, I'm gonna eat. Okay, I'm gonna eat 15 minutes, something after I eat. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Don't turn on that TV. Do a workout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do a walk. You know what I'm saying?
Very therapeutical.
15-minute walk. An hour walk. You know what I'm saying?
Very therapeutical.
An hour workout versus, like you saying, like an hour, you might, okay, the show come on, you laying down and you eating.
Right.
So that's unproductive, and you gaining in the weight in the aspect.
You're not moving.
You see what I'm saying? It's like
you're actually at a connect. Oh fuck! I can't even say it. I'm sorry. A kinetic decline.
Yeah.
So not only is your mind declining, your body is declining too.
Yeah.
At a rapid pace.
Yeah.
When you're being inactive, you're watching TV, consuming junk food, unhealthy.
Exactly.
Your body and your mind is going through a decline.
Man.
You're not moving. You're steady.
Yeah.
You know what happens when water doesn't move? Water is a flow. It's steady flowing. It's steady moving over everything. Yeah. When water doesn't flow, it rots.
Man.
So if you let your mind and your body go through a kinetic decline, then you're riding away. You're, like you said, you're already dead.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that the technology in this world is one big distraction. Are we becoming the AI? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Are we becoming the robots?
Man, no lie, like we because when you say that, like programming, these phones is programming. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like literally, like for example, right? When the famous Will Smith Chris Rock slap, who wasn't tuned into that?
Who wasn't?
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Think about the times before, like, okay, not when everybody didn't have a phone. They slapped Ebola on us, stuff like that, all them other viruses that they've been had, and it was kind of like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I hear you, but that's out there.
Yeah.
But now you got everybody tuned in, you know, then it comes with all the other, you know, they could come with any kind of thing that they want because it's like, everybody's tuned in.
Everybody's tuned in.
So I can make you do what I need you to do because now either that's not the wave or I can hit you with criminal and you know, you seeing everybody getting these crazy times. You know what I'm saying? It's
sure.
Like I say, it's programming. Like,
would you consider a sense of mind control to a certain extent?
Yes, sir. That's what I mean by the programming. Like, like you saying, like mind controlling. Like, thinking like if you don't got an IG, you lame or like you say, mind controlling.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like if you don't got these certain things, if you didn't know about this, where have you been?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't do this, you're not cool. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you say, like it's better to be weird these days because it's like you saying the new AIs.
Where
you know what I'm saying? It's like it's strictly programming to me.
And it's designed to keep us distracted and keep us
most
glued to our phones and not realizing the real genius of a smartphone is to learn.
Exactly.
This is more than a phone to me. It's not even a phone. It's an online school. It's a device where I could get any information I want in the world. I could read any book. I could look at anything for self-knowledge.
Exactly.
It's a tool. It's a device to get us rich.
Exactly. Man.
I'm not looking at this phone like, hey, I'm texting them. No. I'm on my phone making moves, handling business, making my life easier so I can become a more successful and make other people around me better. But for a phone, this isn't just a phone.
Exactly.
It's an asset.
Exactly. You can build your credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you could learn, you could study things. Like before I came over here, my cousin, he was studying the whole pilot. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to be a pilot and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like now you got it at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And that's what like you said, that's what I'd rather use my time. That's what I'd rather apply my time for. Like you say, managing time. Like instead of sometimes I delete an app. I know it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I know whenever I come back, it's gonna be there.
Smart.
Like you probably seen, I went on Facebook for a while. Just you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just left it alone. Like
detoxing.
Yeah, like you say, detoxing. Cause it's like
detoxing.
Man, a lot of that stuff. Nobody's networking, so you know what I'm saying. Or now I can't say nobody's networking. I look for the network.
Right.
I look for the network people who's doing the networking, and that's what I focus on.
Facts.
Certain things like might even delete people because it's like, okay, at this point you've shown me nothing but the ignorance.
Yes.
You will fight anybody.
Yep.
You lit every weekend. So
come on.
That's gonna distract me. So I'd rather, no offense, no problem with you. You cool to death, but I'd rather keep my focus.
Not on that level.
Exactly.
A lot of people subconsciously whether we look at it, we're around these people or not, can drain our full focus and concentration.
Man.
And we don't even have to know these people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Visually.
Man, crazy.
I could be in a positive mood right now. However, if I look on Facebook or anything and see some negative shit, it could easily be like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you said, separating, deleting friends, and maybe going off the grid, like you just said. You went off the grid on Facebook for a while. That's good. It's detoxing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to disappear for a minute.
Yeah.
You have to develop mentally and physically and come back with the knowledge and with the skill and come back as a warrior. Cassie, Jackie, where you been? I've been out in the woods, fucking training, trying to better myself.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
I ain't saying trying, doing it.
Exactly.
Doing it. It's how you rephrase things. Yeah. Not even trying. We doing it.
And like you said, like you said like that. Not only deleting people,
yes,
in the sense, but deleting words.
Yes.
Because like you know what I'm saying, like certain words is just manipulate. Like for example, like a word like forever. At some time we got an expiration date.
Facts.
So nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. Like
facts.
The only thing that's consistent is change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't really,
Right.
People don't really view it like, people don't really look at that.
That's some real shit. The only thing existence is
the only thing consistent is change.
Yeah. The only thing consistent is change.
The only thing, basically the only thing that is forever is change. Because things is going to always change.
Right. And if you don't adapt to that change and you're still in that paradox, still in that same mind state that you've been in for years, you're going to be screwed because believe me, your technology and all this shit is steady adapting.
Exactly.
It's growing month by month.
Man.
And if you don't adapt to it, you're going to be lost.
Exactly. Or think like you said, exactly that. Some of this news that they give us, imagine if you didn't see it or wasn't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Then you, like you say, you'll be lost.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like, for example, no disrespect to like somewhere like Flint, Michigan.
Yes.
Or like places out where it might be like bad water and supply and stuff like that.
Sure.
If we didn't have that knowledge of that, we might go out there, you know what, man, I might go out there, live out there.
Right.
We might be putting ourselves at risk of that. Not even knowing. You see what I'm saying?
Not
like
even
certain
knowing.
situations like that. Or we might go overseas, certain places and we ain't seeing like, well, they got a mad heist thing going on right now. They kidnapping people left and right.
Sure.
Like you don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, stuff like that. I feel, it's if you don't, like you say, the knowledge.
Yes.
You got to use it for the knowledge, I believe.
And that's real facts.
Yeah.
You have to knowledge is power, knowledge is profit, and then you use it, then you do it. You implicate it into your own life until it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Our habits can destroy us or it can create our future.
Yeah.
We have to decide what knowledge we want to take in and what habits we want to manifest off that knowledge that we take in.
Yeah.
In order to us to be true success.
Yeah.
There's all different types of distractions around us. Especially people like me and you who are kings.
Yeah.
We are kings.
Really.
And our presence, people feel that. We are powerful.
Yeah.
And this is where the confidence comes in.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Which was highly developed within everything we went through as people.
Yeah. Cause like I say, like it comes from building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you broke down, rock bottom, you gotta build yourself up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
to
sir.
where
Yes.
Even like that's like career paths. You don't just start off Michael Jordan in his basketball. You gotta,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a basketball. You gotta train. You gotta dribble. You gotta practice. You gotta shoot. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
you gotta. It's things like that. Like you saying though, like it just when you building, like you say, building that confidence and building,
Yes.
it's just it comes with like anything that you build. It just you gotta take it a step at a time.
Yeah.
You gotta, in that sense, like you say, you can't try it. You gotta do it.
Yes.
Because a try is a weak ass attempt, man. That's a weak ass attempt.
Too many people use that word.
Well, I tried. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
It's a weak ass attempt.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
man, like, you know what I'm saying?
Excuse.
Versus like, man, thinking like, man, I'm going over there and I'm getting her number. But you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Versus like,
I like that.
okay, damn, okay, what should I say to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, overthinking it.
Overthinking.
Like, man, I might not. Okay, thanks, she coming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It
you
don't
ain't
come out
prepared. Like you say, like, yeah, exactly. You ain't even get yourself prepared.
Not even, and prepared mentally.
Exactly.
Body language wise.
Exactly.
You're not prepared. People can sense energy.
Exactly.
They can sense nonverbal cues in your body.
Yeah.
So your tone of voice,
Exactly.
your posture
Cracks in your voice and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
It's all.
Everything. Yeah.
doesn't display confidence at all.
Exactly. They
Right.
hear how you say hi versus, oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you doing? What's up? How you doing? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Versus, like, hey. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Like
sure.
it's like you say, energies.
Yeah.
It's different energies. Make your energy felt when you come in the room.
Presence
You know what I'm
known.
saying? Make your presence felt when you know exactly.
Presence
Like you say, presence
known.
known. You know what I'm saying? Are you a pawn or you a king?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, 48 laws of power.
Yeah.
Be treated like a king. Think like a king. Be treated like a king.
Exactly.
Facts.
Think of chess. Like they say, play chess. Think of chess. You could take any piece on there. The game's still going.
Yes.
The second you get that king locked up, it's done. It don't matter if all your pieces is there. You move this guy over here. You got all your pieces on the board still. King, he's locked up. He can't move nowhere. The game's done.
Damn.
It could be 4 moves. You could lose in 4 moves. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And it's like that. Like you say, a king's presence is felt. A king is a king for a reason.
For a reason.
It's a kingdom for a reason.
Kingdom. The king has the vision.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people really don't have the vision. The vision is blurry because of the instant gratification that we receive all the time. We're able to get to stuff instantly.
Yeah.
Netflix,
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
We're able to access anything instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
So we get spoiled to that instant gratification
Exactly.
to the point it has spoiled our mind to the point where we don't have to work hard for
We
anything.
want success instantly.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. what they say? You gotta. People want to take the elevators. They don't want to take the stairs,
Exactly. You know what
You
I'm
know?
saying? That's how people want to microwave their food. They don't, or they want to get fast food. I want to go. They want somebody to cook their food. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Stuff like that. Like they don't want to. I don't feel like cooking. Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like
So they go out to these fast food places, get that unhealthy shit, the empty calories, something that's just not gonna have any nutritional value,
yeah.
but it's fast.
And that's like you say. That's the issue. That's really the issue. Like you saying, I feel like
Sure.
that might be like, man.
It's very true. Instant gratification, and it's
Yeah.
destroying us all if you're not woke to it.
Man, because even like when you say that, think of like a artist these days.
Yes.
There's no development. It's like, okay, dang, who is this guy? He got this song down. He's popping. Okay, he's popping. Now he's gone.
Gone.
You never hear another song that's
Right.
like Corvette. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With that name. No disrespect to these guys. I don't know
No.
if these guys doing their career, but
No disrespect.
it's like there's certain things like that you hear and then it's like it's gone. and then it's like you say, instant.
Well, a lot of people are dependent. Yeah. They're dependent on these contracts, these record labels, everything.
Yeah.
And you want to be self-sufficient and independent. Being on the dependent in somebody's actions on anything, it's just hell.
Yeah, man.
So they sign a lot of these contracts. People getting a lot of these contracts, and they're dependent on the record company. They're dependent on everything, and kind of getting screwed to a certain extent because they're robbing them of their own creative freedom. They're not able to say what they want to say. They're not able to do what they want to do. Everything's just like you're controlled. You know? So when you don't hear from these artists for a long time, it's probably not out their free will, but they're being controlled.
Yeah. And like you say, like, controlled by narrative.
Yes.
Controlled by, oh no, we're not going to push your music out right now.
Sure.
Things like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly like you're saying, control.
Right.
And that's, like you're saying, even with the phones, it's in the sense of that, like, back to that, like, can be in control. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. Like, look how they getting rid of cash.
Mm-hmm.
So then, after a while, you can have cash all day long, but now your cash has no value.
No
your
value.
Cash means nothing here.
No value at all.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the only real value we have in ourselves is our skill.
No lie.
Our skill. And I'm always learning different skills.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather my job or anything can fucking happen.
Yeah.
But if I have multiple different skills under my belt,
exactly,
and I'm learning, I'm self-teaching myself, and let's just face it, school, it's a lot of money. You're getting fucked if you're going to school with these student loans, everything.
Exactly.
If you're not going to school to be a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse or whatever, then, you know, like, if I were to go to school right now for film directing, sound design, photography, I'd be screwed.
Man, fortunes.
Look, I'll be in debt. You think I would have clients? You know, you have to actually analyze the cost of how much school will cost for film directing, graphic design, video editing, all of that. You got to analyze that price, then analyze it. Hey, if I teach this myself, I'm going to save tons of money. I'm going to learn.
Experience.
You
know what I'm saying?
Best teacher.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like that's what actually gets you through the door. That's what actually makes you create. Like, for example, like you saying, like, if you're getting a job passed down, you're not learning. Like, when they get in a bank, a lot of times you get in a bank grandfathered in.
Right.
You learning the traditional way of how the bank is ran. You're not learning nothing new. You learning grandpa's way. You know what I'm saying? Grandpa's way. You might be grandson or something like that, or great grandson or whatever, because you grandfathered in.
Already gifted in.
Versus like, all right, I had to go out here and find a way to do this, so now I can create a job of doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Versus like, well, man, all I known was the bank. So if the bank shuts down, then what?
Then then you're screwed.
Exactly. And that's all I ever known. So now you gotta either be somebody's lead or management. You know what I'm saying? It just puts you in tight spots.
Put you in
like you say, if you don't build those certain skills.
Sure.
Man.
You gotta have options.
Exactly. Yeah.
Options. With everything, you have to have options.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to put your hand in this, put your hand in this. Okay, create those options, create those different learning curves and those different skill sets so you can manifest yourself into the future, because like you said, change is constantly adapting. Adapt to the change. And it's fun to learn.
Yeah, most definitely.
You feel a sense of creativity. You feel a sense of endorphins, a sense of serotonin that goes on in your brain when you learn.
Yeah.
When you accomplish a goal, When you accomplish a goal, how do you feel?
No, I ain't gonna lie. It made me really want to like do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like go to the next thing. Like man,
there you go.
And that was easy. Like a lot of times, be like man, you know, that'd be a lot of people's thing too. Like
I like that.
They don't, you know, it'd be thinking like the process. Like you say, they want the instant, but so they think like, man, the process is gonna be a while. I don't even want to go through the process, but like sometimes you go through those quick little process. Like, man, that was it.
Right.
Man, that was that. Okay, now I'm the next level, next step. Okay, man, yeah,
sure,
I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, yeah,
sure.
No law. Like like you say, when you achieve a goal, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's just next level every time. That. You know what I'm saying?
I like that mindset.
Yeah.
Because you're not complacent.
Yeah.
You're, everything. You're not satisfied. It's like, okay, what's the next level?
Exactly. Yeah.
To me, everything is hard before it comes easy.
Man, yeah.
So it's hard at first, but it gets easier the more you keep doing it. Yeah. It's no different from lifting weights.
Yeah.
Repetitions.
Yeah, most definitely.
If I'm lifting weights, my muscle is adapting to that workout.
Yeah.
So 2-3 days now, the workout is going to get a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with our skill set.
Yeah.
I might fall on my face or I might not get it. Yeah. But the more I keep doing it, we're going to manifest.
Really
it's going to get easier. But then I'm going to want something more.
Yeah.
Because you don't get comfort. Being in the comfort zone, that's one of the biggest setbacks that people have in their life.
Yeah.
Can you explain the comfort zone and how people allow that to set them back? Because to me, it's good to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, most definitely.
How do you feel?
I feel like you say, like the comfort zones, like that's people get comfortable in situations. So then it's like, okay, like you say, it becomes easy. It's easy to them. It's easy money. So, you know what? I'm cool doing this because I'm comfortable doing this. You know what I'm saying? So like you say, like the comfortable, like a lot of times when you got people like, think of a marriage for example.
Yes.
Situation might happen where somebody got comfortable. For the most, that's what usually breaks the marriage.
Right.
For the most, either she's not doing this anymore, or she doesn't look like this anymore, he doesn't make this type of money anymore.
Sure.
Stuff like that, where it's like, in a sense of stuff like that, like, okay, she's getting too comfortable gaining weight. He getting too comfortable sitting around. He's not making the money no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Situations like that, or we don't have that same spaz or that same, you know what I'm saying, that same spark anymore. We don't have that spark anymore.
Yes.
It's people get comfortable. You around it, oh, this is my wife.
Right.
You don't even, oh man, this is my beautiful wife. It's my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Exactly. So it's like, people get comfortable. There's no more charm. There's no more romance.
Sure.
Stuff like that. People like, man, you know what? I'm out of here. It's boring.
Right.
In a sense like that. Like, it's so, you know what I'm saying? Like, marriage is also, too, it's not necessarily romance for real. It's all the time. Or, because marriage is more so kind of like business. But I'm saying, like, far as like the comfort, people get comfortable. At work, people get comfortable with business.
Makes sense. Yeah. That's a good analogy to put it.
Yeah.
You listen to a lot of Kevin Samuels as inspiration. And they have a lot of talks about this.
Yeah, most definitely.
We got to talk about almost the war between the men and women. This is what I see on Facebook. All the time, the debates. You know, like coming from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
And even a woman's, because we want to look outward of this situation and get both perspectives.
Most definitely, yeah.
How do you feel about all of this? You know, there's like a certain clash of verses. Nobody seems to be getting the respect. the love, the intention.
Yeah.
There's breakups after breakups.
Yeah.
Would you consider this as a war or a miscommunication?
I think
What's your
it's-
breakdown on this?
I think for the most, just a misunderstanding. Like, for the most, like, because, for example, people have stereotypes of what they feel like people should be doing or making and stuff like that. So it's like, if you look at a person and you viewing somebody else as you looking at that person, then it's gonna make you already know it's gonna make you look at them different. Like you say, with Instagram and stuff like that, a lot of times it kills situations, it kills relationships, because it's like, you look maybe like this, or you know what I'm saying? She look like this, but she don't make something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or she's not in that type of location.
Right.
So then it's like, well, I look like this, and I'm doing this, but you don't do this. Which, you know what I'm saying, which is kind of understandable for her, but it's like, you can't blame him that you're not in the higher position.
Sure.
Things like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like people, like I say, misunderstanding. Like, people don't take the time to say, hey, what's your favorite food?
Sure.
They'll just make food and be like, you better eat it.
And
I got you food, so you should be happy. On both extents, you see it both sides.
Well, like you said earlier before in the conversation, the rephrasings of the word. Better.
Exactly.
You should.
Yeah.
When there's other ways to rephrase it to make it more accommodating and not so forceful.
Exactly.
Something I had to learn.
Yeah.
Like for real, like I will attest to that.
Yeah.
Because it's all about how you talk to people and tone of your voice.
Yeah, most definitely.
Think because you're bringing home the bills and doing all, which is shit, but it's all about how you talk to people as well.
Yeah, and speaking of like you say with the tones and stuff, it's like,
yes,
a lot of times people don't talk to each other, they talk at each other.
Ooh.
So the tones is
like that.
Screaming or yelling or however you feel like. Because, like, you don't go to work screaming and yelling like that. You don't go to the manager. You ain't going to go to no meeting screaming and yelling like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have a meeting. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes. How you doing, sir? It's inside voice and stuff like that.
Inside
but then
voices.
You go to your man or your woman and you going, like, you screaming at them like a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, things like that are like entitlements.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a bad thing these days is entitlements. Like, you can get into a relationship with somebody, move into their spot, and now that's your spot.
Sure.
And it's like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we together, but
right.
Did you like what's the name? Jody Mama say, did you pay any bills to this motherfucker?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You bought a table or a chair or something?
Right. You're already establishing that validation.
Exactly.
Because you have the keys.
Yeah.
And now a sense of, just what is it like?
Instead of communication, and that's what I mean, like, instead of saying, okay, I like your spot, but I think you know what I'm saying, with me living here, I would like to make some adjustments.
I like that.
Coming to, you know what I'm saying, okay, now a person understands instead of you just forcing your stuff on them, and then it's like, damn, hold on, now you just, no, you ain't say nothing, we ain't talked about it.
Right.
It just laid up on me, and you want me to just be okay. And then it's like, damn, but if you like me, then it should be, you should understand. You should, like you say, the better you should.
Right.
And that, like I say, the miscommunication, like,
yes,
that's the issue a lot of times.
It's almost like the analogy, 2 different countries. We're 2 different countries right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So that kind of like a war thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we come together, but I'm forcing all my views and all my opinions on this one country, this one woman, or this one man, and I'm expecting you to change your laws and to go with my laws, go with my principle, without even looking at your understanding and that how you see the world.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and like you say, different. Like you say, two separate countries in a sense. Like
yes,
and like you say with this country. And this ain't no, before I even say this, it's not no no hate, women crime, sure. This ain't no women, hate women conversation, none of that. None of that.
None of it.
But it's like, being honest, with men building this country, it's a big lack of respect for men.
They're trying to kill the man, bro.
For example, right?
Yes.
They say, I don't need a man. They say that, right? No, like I say, this ain't no hate conversation of women, nothing.
It's real.
This is just real, like you say, this is bringing out the reality, this reality base.
Listen.
You say you don't need a man. But if a fire breaks out in your house right now, and you upstairs in the flight stairs, anything, you gonna want some man to come through and bust through that door and save your life.
Right.
For the most, a woman, she might be the same size. She's not gonna be able to really have the physical strength to get you out of there like that.
Yes.
She's gonna try to guide you out of there in a sense. No disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? Same situation if somebody breaks into your house.
Right.
Somebody breaks into your house, you gonna call the policeman.
Yes.
See, in a sense like that. For the most, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you have a situation that goes on with a guy, you're not gonna call your girls to come handle that. You're gonna call your brother, your cousin, somebody who's gonna come handle that situation.
Yes.
For the most, even dive down even more, government assistance, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are men that's doing that.
Yes.
So you say you don't need a man, but you don't take out that trash. You go get your nails dirty. You'll break your nails if you do that police work or that fireman work stuff. You'll get your nails dirty. You get your hair messed up. This ain't no disrespect. This y'all do that. Hey, no problem. I love it. Hey, y'all look beautiful, but
yes,
you have to consider those things instead of putting the men down all the time.
And I definitely see that a lot. And I don't think you will ever hear a man say, "I don't need a woman."
No.
Have you ever heard that?
Nah.
But
in a sense, not to cut you off or nothing.
No, yes.
But we don't, for the simple fact, like I say, the things like, if something goes bad or something for the most, like, I don't know if you seen the, and I forgot the name of the show, but it was a show, and it had the men on the island, and it had the women on the island.
Sure.
The men on the island, they working together, they building stuff, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. The women on the island, they, like, having debates of who's going to be the head of the island and silly stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then they, like, doing stuff, like, they was putting, like, food in like little water canisters and stuff like that, spoiling the food and stuff to where they couldn't eat and stuff like that, to where they had to stop the show because they would have ended up dying if somebody, you know what I'm saying, on the island.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what, like, women don't hold each other accountable on situations. Like, if a woman do something bad, they gonna find a way to say, that girl, she did what she had to do. Versus being like, okay, that was a good man, you messed up. Yeah. They gonna say, girl, we gonna find you another one. It's plenty of niggas out here. We gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like it's like they don't hold each other accountable. She could do this. Be out here thotting. They'll just be like, couldn't be me, but then they'll cheer it on.
Yeah.
For example, like
entice it.
Somebody gaining weight, instead of saying, "Hey, you know, you've been putting on some pounds. Hey, I go to the gym with you. You know, it's just unhealthy. Mm-hmm. It's not putting nobody down because they got weight problems or anything like that. It's just unhealthy. Just being, you know what I'm saying? It's just unhealthy.
Being honest.
Just being honest.
Being honest. Caring about their own mental health and their own physical health. Being honest, wanting to help them.
Exactly, and it's like creative narratives. Nice. You know, fat shaming and stuff like that. It's like you can't be honest with people.
People are too hypersensitive now.
Man.
Would you say that? People are like way too hypersensitive now where they will rather be told a lie and rather be told to head on that path of destruction and rather be misled than to accept the truth and the reality of the situation that's at hand.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as like I say, like how the women kind of do. They'll tell each other anything. If a girl's putting her hand over her stomach, she knows that shirt, it's not something she wants to see. Sure. It's not like you going out to wear it for people to build confidence, but if you covering it, your stomach, you're not building the confidence. It's something that you don't even want to see. Because when you're in the picture, you cover it.
Sure.
Consciously, you covering it.
Subconsciously, yes.
So, you go out there, instead of getting yourself together and saying, hey, look at me, you're trying to force it. You see what I'm saying? Like
yes.
So, and like I say, girls for the most going to say, instead of saying, girl, yeah, we need to get you in the gym, girl. That belly is just a little too big now. That shirt, these shirts, we got to get you in the gym, girl. They going to say, it looks good. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? They going to root it on. And like you say, that's misleading.
It's misleading.
You're not telling, this is your friend, this is your cousin, this is your sister, this is your daughter, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's misleading.
When all the diseases going on in the world, type 2 diabetes, obesity, everything, you know.
But if we say anything, we're being misogynistic and
look, if we say anything about the truth, questioning their behavior, and we know it's not rational, we know it's not right, but it's going on in front of our face, we, like you said, we are villainized as the bad guy, the verbal abuser.
Exactly.
Especially the verbal abuser. Man. And I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. So, you know.
Exactly.
And it's like, damn.
In today's time, especially like you say, not even just today's time, even like, you know what I'm saying, even coming up, you know, they kind of put the narrative like, man, you know, when I was coming up, I know you too.
Yeah.
We around the same age, but
Sure.
It was the narrative that, man, you got men out here just beating women bad and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But when you really take a look at the households, it's really the women doing a lot of the verbal abuse.
The emotional
abuse, physical abuse.
Yes.
Because if we do any of that, it's we out of here.
Oh, you quick to go to jail.
But there ain't even no question.
Yeah.
If we even speak on that, this guy, he's talking about the ladies abusing him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that attached to it, like, you know what I'm saying? For far as us, like, just realistically, like, not trying to do anything outrageous, really trying to just, hey, this is going on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I say, like that's a temper in the relationship.
It's facts, and that's why you see a lot of depression, like a lot of mental depression going on with men right now, because we don't have anybody to talk to with the emotional abuse, the physical abuse, the verbal abuse that we get.
Yeah.
Because when we do try to talk to somebody, they'll look at us like, "Oh, you're soft. Oh, that's not going on." You know what I'm saying? And it can really fuck with our mentality.
But I say this too though, and you know, it be a lot of the guys' fault though.
Sure.
Because a lot of guys will allow that.
Allow it, yes.
And like you say, today's time is kind of like reverse. It's kind of like time's going in reverse, almost in the sense of moving forward. Because it's like, you know, the guys back in the day, like coming up, the guys kind of like control. You know what I'm saying. In a sense, now it's like the women is kind of like, as far as like money stuff like that.
Yeah.
They getting that. They getting a bag now, so it's kind of like the guys are kind of sitting at home, and you know what I'm saying, like, or like, you know, you got to kind of like the.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying, like the you got the son husbands and stuff like that, like
I feel that, yes.
Stuff like that, where it's like you got these guys accepting mediocrity. They accepting to just sell a pack or something like that, or accepting the woman to get the bag. So then it's kind of like, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody, if a big girl, and no shame, you know what I'm saying, I know they still, hey, it's they fine out here.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most, it'd be like, I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it. I don't want to say it.
Say it. This is real shit, and motherfuckers need to hear this. I don't even say that
but
shit,
it's like,
bro.
but it's like, okay,
let's go.
If the girl is not up to par, like all the way up to par, she's not appealing all the way like that.
Yes.
And then you go and lay with that. Now she's feeling like she's on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So then it kind of breaks the kind of, you know what I'm saying, like it, where I feel like the confidence, as far as like where a lot of these, I'll just say BBWs and stuff like that are getting this.
Sure.
They getting this extra confidence. Which there's nothing wrong with confidence, but as far as like the relationship stuff, like kind of like how Lizzo was coming at certain guys that are kind of like out of her league.
Sure.
In a sense, where it's like these guys are top athletes. You know what I'm saying? Top movie stars, top, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna, for the most, get somebody that's physically the same. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That, like, in a sense of that, like, somewhat, in that sense, they not, in a sense, a trophy wife or something like that, versus, like, well, just because you got money and you say you like me.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
And that, like I'm saying, like, it's killing them with that. Because it's like, she getting on there, she's not being realistic with herself.
Right.
And then instead of it being she's not being realistic with herself, it'll be, man, he's scandalous that he put her down like that. But he just really just like, I'm flattered, but you know,
right.
You're not really what I'm going after.
Yeah.
And and this is my thing, like this is how you kill a conversation too, as far as like the whole, oh man, big shit, somebody will like it. If you gave a man $500 $million, let alone $5 million.
Sure.
For the most, he's gonna get something Coke bottle. He's gonna have maybe multiple Coke bottles. You see what I'm saying? He's not gonna, for the most, go for. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
$5 million up.
Yes.
You $5 million up.
Right.
You got some money in your pocket, and they know this.
Mm-hmm.
You not going for you know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, it's no disrespect, but when you got money like that, you got to understand that this person has these type of other people coming after them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not really putting yourself in a competing area,
right,
what do you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Expect?
That's why for the most, no disrespect, but you don't really see a lot of like fat people in the NBA.
Yeah,
Because it's like it's an organization. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's a fit club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be able to run with the big dogs if you out of shape.
True.
That's literally and physically. You know what I'm saying?
It's like America is sensationalizing bad health.
Yeah.
They're making it cool to be obese, to be overweight. Oh, I feel good. I don't have to make a change. I look good.
Yeah.
I love myself. But in
Exactly.
reality, when you look at do you really feel good? Because you're killing yourself.
And then you hide it.
You
With
hide
certain,
it.
like when you put on certain outfits, you hide it. So for yourself, you know that it's not good for you. You know that you don't like seeing it.
Yes.
Why not just change it instead of keep growing on pounds and keep hiding it?
I know why. We as people, we are constantly lying to ourselves.
Man, yeah.
We are lying. We ourselves are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
So that inner voice in our head, we are lying to ourselves constantly, telling us what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Nothing's the matter with you. Oh, you look good.
Man.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
fine. My confidence up. That's all I care about.
Exactly.
But 5-10 years down the line, you are going to be laying in the grave,
Man.
because of that health.
Exactly.
And your friends and family, they're just as bad because they're condoning
Exactly.
these bad habits and this bad behavior that's essentially destroying your life, and then you're lying to yourself.
Exactly.
So now,
like you say, everybody's lying until reality kicks in. You see what I'm saying?
Look, everybody's lying until the funeral hits.
Exactly.
And then that's when everybody comes with flowers in a eulogy and saying so-and-so was a great person and what.
Exactly.
How come you didn't just tell this person the truth?
Exactly.
And she or he could have still been around.
Exactly.
You you lied to this person, let the bad habits consume them. They lied to themselves. They destroyed themselves. Hey, what can I say?
Yeah.
Cold world.
And that's what's different, though. You know what I'm saying, with guys though, because we'll tell each other, like we'll tell a guy, man, man, come on, brother. Well, you getting fat, boy. Hold on, boy, you getting kind of chubby. Like for the most. If you was losing your muscle, we gonna say something. Damn, Jack, boy, you getting kind of skinny.
Yeah, sure.
We gonna say something. We gonna,
right.
boy, you getting kind of skinny, boy.
Right. Yeah.
We gonna say something.
Right.
Where it's like we ain't. You already know it ain't nothing like that. We
Yeah.
just like, man, you know, we you know what I'm saying. You ain't in the stockies usually.
Right.
And it's gonna make you conscious, like you're saying.
Right.
You know
Step
what?
it up.
Oh, yep. I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Instead of being like, fuck them or
Right.
I look good anyway, or just lying in that. Now you getting chunky or something like, damn, Jack, boy, you getting a double chin, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, and then it's like,
you know, people like that though, who constantly say those things to you, they want you to fail.
Yeah.
So they're lying to you because they secretly envy you anyway.
Yeah.
So they're going to tell you any type of lies to make you feel good, to knowing you look horrible or knowing you're doing the right thing or knowing you're in a bad situation. They're going to keep telling you lies to manipulate you because in reality, they envy you and they want to destroy you.
Yeah, exactly.
So they lie to you so you can destroy themselves. They give you a false sense of security. And then once you're passed down that map where you can't do anything for yourself, that's when they disappear.
Yeah, exactly. And like you say, like, that's when you got to have that accountability to be like,
yes,
all right, you know what? I see this. I see that I don't look like I used to, and I want to look like I did when I was in high school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta put myself in those predicaments, like you say. Ask yourself why. Why don't I look like this no more? Stuff like that, like you were saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like people gotta. That you know what I'm saying? That's the thing too. The accountability. If you know you want to be in a different position, or you know you want something different for yourself, take accountability. Like I was saying, though, accountability, like, man, just people just, being more accountable. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, just being honest with yourself. You know you need to change something, change it. Don't even question yourself. Quit questioning yourself. Don't try. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, that's all it takes, literally, is the accountability. Like, I mean, it's the only way out.
Only way out. Like, if you don't take accountability, how can you take responsibility at anything?
Exactly.
They play the same role.
Man.
Response. I'm responding. Somebody's telling me I'm responding. I can either not respond or respond to their action, whether they tell me right or wrong.
Yeah.
Ability. It's the ability of knowledge, the ability to change, the skill. Combine those two together. Responsibility. It's your choice. Whether you accept the ability to change.
And like you say, able to respond right away to a reaction.
Yes.
The right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, able to have accountability in your response. You know what I'm saying? Because you might just off of a react, you know what I'm saying, off of just spirit of the moment, you might react irresponsibly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you say, the ability and accountability, I'm telling you.
And a lot of people
it's a game.
Have been put in situations where they don't know how to control their emotions, so they're forced to react.
Yeah.
And we can't allow ourselves to get in that state, especially as young black kings. We have to maintain control of the situation. And sometimes it's good not to react.
Mm.
And let that person do whatever the fuck they doing. And just let that person emotionally mess themselves over.
Mm.
By not reacting, we save energy, we save time, and we save ourselves from a world of problems.
Yeah.
What do you got to say, man, before we close out this interview, baby?
Man, I should just say, man, this is a good interview, man. Good talks with my man Jack, man.
Yeah, that shit was real, bro.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I wanted to sit down and have, a few more conversations, you know what I'm saying?
We will, man.
In the future.
Yeah, the main goal is to keep expanding, so our next conversation might be in a public area, you know?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Might get an over-the-shoulder shot, and we'll keep going. And anybody wanting to come into the mix of these convos, it's whatever. We're might go to a public bar next or wherever. Yeah. And just continue these conversations over a drink or two or some food.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we can just keep expanding Two Black Kings with a world full of knowledge. And hopefully this interview, I know this interview will help out a lot of people because a lot of people need to hear this shit.
Yeah.
For real. And this ain't even all the knowledge we got.
Yeah.
All of it. You know what I'm saying? We still growing and manifesting as Black Kings.
Yeah.
What's your name again, man?
Kassinova Cool, man. I'm here with Jackie Terry, man. We here on Jackie Terry Films.
Hey, we out, baby.
Yep.